Is it too easy to get your driver's licence in Australia? With Australians aged between 17 and 25 overrepresented in Australian road crash and fatality data, plenty of people are advocating for a stricter licensing system and more intensive driver training. So, to find out whether more training makes you a better, safer driver, I've come here to Sandown Raceway in Melbourne to do a driver training course with Driver Dynamics and trainer Kevin Flynn. He's going to put me through my paces and I'm going to let you know what you can expect from a course like this. Let's find out. All right, I'm joined here today by Kevin Flynn, an advanced driving instructor with how many years of experience, Kev?
35.
35, so he knows what he's talking about. Kev, I'll start with the big issue first. Who is the biggest risk group on Australian roads at the moment?
Biggest risk group is males, young males in particular, but also young drivers as well.
And what kinds of behaviours are we seeing from young drivers that are making them vulnerable?
Peer pressure is a problem, speeding, inattention, drink driving, fatigue.
You mentioned speeding. There seems to be a lack of understanding about the impacts of speed. How much difference can, say, 10 kilometres over the limit make to things like your braking distance?
Yeah, that's a really good question. A car that's travelling at 60 kilometres an hour in a crash has about 74 tonnes of force. A car that's travelling at 65 kilometres an hour in a crash has about 87 tonnes of force.
And what's the data telling us about young drivers and P-plate drivers in particular in relation to road trauma?
P-plate drivers hold around about 14% of licences in Australia, but they account for around about 28% of all fatalities.
So they are very much overrepresented.
Yeah.
And courses like the one we're at today are going to try and help fix that situation. What can people expect from this course and what are they going to learn?
So in the driving component of the course, we're going to cover vehicle dynamics or basic vehicle dynamics, emergency situations. One of the most important things that the drivers learn on this course is that you only need to add a little bit of speed and that the driving exercises become a whole lot more difficult to do.
All right, I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie, so I think we should get going and you can tell me at the end of the day how I did because I'm really hoping I can make it past the P-plate stage. Let's do this.
Sure.
So I'm about to do my first exercise here today. This one's called an emergency double lane change. What it is, I drive up at 65 kilometres an hour towards a set of cones and a traffic light. The second that traffic light turns red, I have to slam the brakes on, swerve into the other lane and then recover. So this is about a medium level difficulty and it's something you can expect to do on a learner or P-plater driving course. So I'm just waiting now for Kev's signal and once he gives me the go ahead, I'm going to have to floor it to get up to 65 and see how I go. Wish me luck, fingers crossed.
Okay, Susannah, we're ready for you. You can come on down, 65 k's.
Let's do this. Getting up there. Whoa! That was so hard.
Susannah, there's a couple of cones you didn't hit there, but they're in the back of the truck and I'll get them out for you if you like.
I swear I'm a good driver. How embarrassing. Second attempt, I can tell you that 65 kilometres an hour feels awfully fast when you have to slam the brakes on, so I'm learning a lot here today. It's also pretty scary, but also impressive to see how the car is handling it. The ABS kicks in immediately. I think Kev is a little bit worried for his cones here today now that he's seen me do my first attempt. He's hoping I'm better on the second.
Okay, Susannah, we're ready for you to come down. Don't forget, brake nice and hard, so we want the ABS system cycling. Get your steering in nice and quick, and importantly, get your vision to where you want to go. Off you go.
Right, let's do this. Got to go pretty fast to get up to 65. I'm now 40. God, 40 feels fast at this point. I'm over 60. I'm looking at 65. Whoa. All right, I'm in for it now.
65 is pretty fast when you're in that situation.
So fast.
Yeah. We'll knock a couple of Ks off and we'll have another go.
Great. All right, second one wasn't as good as I'd hoped, but I think it was better. I'm feeling some signs of improvement. I think I'm finally getting the knack of slamming the brakes on extra hard. It's more the swerving that's really tricky. So it's the doing the two things at once that's a challenge, but I'm gonna try and combine them, see how I go. So third attempt, third time's a charm, let's do this.
Okay, Susannah, so this time we want around 62, 63 kilometres an hour on the speed sign here. Come on down.
Whew, let's do this. All right, so I'm aiming for 62 this time. So I'm at 45, 50, 59, 60, 62. Whoa. Here comes Kev to give me the brutal truth. Nailed it? Nailed it.
Yeah, you start turning as soon as you start braking.
Yeah, okay.
62, 63 tops.
Cool. All right, this is attempt number 4, I reckon. Getting up there, looking for the speed sign. Gonna try and combine. Did I hit a cone? Yes! Woo! Any cones?
We took a couple of kilometres an hour off our speed then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did that make it a little bit easier?
Did I hit a cone?
No.
Nailed it. That was so much easier.
The thing with an exercise like this, there's what we call a critical limit.
Yeah.
Your critical limit's 65. So
Okay.
we go back a couple of Ks. What was an impossible exercise for us to do is suddenly a possible exercise.
Absolutely. That is crazy.
Yep.
I felt like I was in a completely different exercise.
Yep.
And the cones survived.
To live another day.
They lived another day until my next attempt. Well, I think I can get rid of these now. After doing that, I can safely say a driver training course is a must. Not only is it heaps of fun, but you also learn a ton too. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel and we'll see you next time.